Giants.
Right. Yeah. He might. That might be a good take right there. That might be a good take. It's gonna be a lot of fun tonight. What's going on, everybody? Let me see if anybody out here yet. I ain't seen anybody in the chat. No Tom, no Mr. Butler. Yeah, man. It's a lot happening though. I'm gonna tell you that right now. A lot going on out there.
Yeah, I'm excited, man. I like free agency time.
And then it really, this whole thing about free agency, they need to like stop doing that damn combine and just do a show on free agency and just talk about all the free agency moves. What's up, Matt?
What's up?
But like I said, this NFL free agency is just it's out of hand.
I know. 2 years, $17 million for Tyrod.
Yeah, to do nothing.
I'll take it.
He probably gonna be starting. Hey, Mr. Butler, how you doing, sir? Yeah, that's crazy. I'm sitting up here watching Vanderbilt play Belmont. Vanderbilt was crying they didn't get into the NCAA, and early they were losing to Belmont by like 13.
13?
Yeah, they were. They were losing to Belmont by 13 when I first turned it on. Now they're winning by 1 point. It's just after halftime. They went into the halftime winning by 1. But at one time they were down by like 13 to Belmont.
Interesting.
I mean, I know it's some teams that shouldn't make it, that don't make it, and vice versa. Hey, Tom, what's going on?
I don't know how Michigan made it.
Yeah, you do. You know how they made it. I mean, some of these guys bring some star power.
What's star power?
Huh?
What's star power? The star power wasn't winning.
I know, but I'm just saying. I mean, they got that star power coach. Come on now. They're trying to get that coach in there. They like that coach to be in there. They'll throw that name out there.
He ain't coached in 3 weeks.
Stackhouse ain't got that kind of star power.
Yeah, because what he coaching? G League or he's still at Vanderbilt?
No, he's at Vanderbilt. That's what I'm saying. That's why Vanderbilt didn't make it. Stackhouse ain't got that kind of star power.
And
it was his best year ever at Vanderbilt. Best year yet.
If they would have still had Kenyon Martin Jr., they'd have been.
Travis, you're a Michigan hater. You're not allowed to write stuff like that because you're a Michigan hater because you are a Purdue lover. So you're not allowed to write that kind of stuff in the chat like that.
We all know the situation. He's going to say what he's going to say.
We're going to talk about Deshaun Watson. We're going to talk about that, Matt. I said everybody talking about they want some D now. Hey, Miss Carrie. There she is. There my girl is. Hey, baby girl.
What's up,
man?
Y'all?
That screen is so clear.
That what?
Your screen. I mean, that whole look. I mean, like, mine's always foggy because, it's hard for this intergalactic connection that I have up here on Black Mania. And then, Earl over there in Chocolate City where, I know it's the capital of the United States and all that, but they don't really have the, technology and stuff over there in the Chocolate City. There's too many Black people there. So I'm just saying, yours, though, holy moly, it is so crystal clear.
Look at that.
I mean, I guess, and you still glowing too today. I'm just going to say.
As soon as this Hawaii brown wears off, I'll be yellow again.
Travis, start the music. Let's go.
Oh, my goodness.
Yep, see there? Matt Collins say you still glowing.
Play the clock. Oh, you already know what it is, man. Ooh and Jay, they coming through. Straight no chaser. Straight from the hip. Straight from the hip, don't need no script, just need a microphone. My man Coach Boo gon' take you to the entertainment zone. They got the stats, the this and that to keep this show on point. And when we done, we have some fun and rock this funky joint. So if you will, sit back and chill, give us a chance to show ya. If one of y'all would like to call, we'll talk just like we know ya. We take control, then start the roll, and then there ain't no stopping. It's time to dip straight from the hip. Hey, y'all, let's get it poppin'.
Hey, welcome to Straight from the Hip. I'm your host, Coach Gerald Boone Mitchell, coming to you live from the Imperial Palace on Black Mania. Oh man, there's a lot of stuff going on up here. I ain't gonna hip y'all to it right now, but there's a lot of stuff going on at Black Mania. But from the ATL, still glowing. One of our viewers, Matt Cowlett, said she is still glowing. Miss Karen, how are you today?
That's hilarious. I am well, thank you. Still, apparently, I have a Hawaii vibe going on.
Oh, you got it.
I need to feel that love when I'm yellow, banana yellow again, please.
What'd you say when you woke up this morning?
I woke up and said, "Hey,
good morning,
beautiful.
Gorgeous."
Good morning, gorgeous." That's
Look
right.
in the mirror. Did you look in the mirror and say, "Good morning, gorgeous"?
Exactly that.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Chocolate City in the building. Irvin Payne got a do-rag on it. But hey, look, dude, you are DC. I love it. Irvin Payne in the building. But I'm going to talk about y'all in a few minutes about them damn Commanders. I don't know what y'all do.
You ain't gotta say nothing.
I don't know what y'all doing over there.
You ain't gotta say nothing.
I want you to tell me.
You ain't gotta say nothing.
I need some insight. That's why I'm glad you're on the show so you can explain what the hell they doing in damn Washington, D.C.
I'll give you what I know.
The Commanders. Who wants to be known as that? You know what? It'd be better if y'all change it at least to the Commandos or something. But the Commanders, I mean, that's corny as hell. I mean, who wants that? You got a shirt? Show me your shirt and say Commanders on it.
You ain't gonna find it in this house.
They need to be trying to change their colors or something. That's awful. That's awful.
We gotta keep the colors. Gotta keep the colors.
Yeah, I'd rather you get on out them colors too. Anyway, we're gonna go on ahead and get started. Where's my phone at? Let me find where we are. Go ahead and get started today. Everybody's talking. Everybody know the big story. Brady is back. I know everybody's happy. Miss Carey, I know y'all had a party this weekend after y'all found out that Brady was coming back. I know you are so excited. Tell me about your feelings about Tom Brady being back in the NFL, Miss Carey.
I'm just kind of over Tom Brady, obviously.
The GOAT? Can you really get over a GOAT? That's like saying I'm over Michael Jordan.
I mean, if he was playing for the Falcons, I wouldn't be over him. But he's not.
Oh, Lord.
He's not playing for the Falcons, and so I just have to look forward to playing him twice again this year. And hearing about him all year, hearing about the number of records he's going to break and I got tired of him last year. So I'm a little bit over him retiring for under 2 months, under 3 months, and now coming back. I mean, his family was super important to him like 10 days ago.
You know, he has 917 records, 915 of them against the Falcons. I mean, I'm just saying that.
That's not about right.
I ain't gonna argue that.
Irv, how you feel about Brady being back?
I never thought he was gone. I really did. No, come on. It was too quick because then he do it like the day before the Super Bowl or on the Super Bowl or something like that, and I was just like, come on, he's just trying to be front page news.
It was emotional. It was an emotional. I agree with you there. But I'll be honest with y'all, I am really surprised that he's back. I mean, I honestly thought that he was going to be the Barry Sanders type of a guy. You know what Barry Sanders said? I'm done. He was done.
It's 10 years late for that.
You know, once the guy in what's his name?
Calvin Johnson.
Walked away from Calvin Johnson. Thank you, Calvin Johnson. When Calvin Johnson said, "I'm out," he was out. I mean, there have been some NFL players who really retired way before their time.
49ers had about 4 or 5 in the last 10 years.
Exactly. That's my point. And I just felt like it was kind of in that era now Well, when guys said they were gone, they were gone. You know what I mean? It's been lately, it's very few guys who have retired and called it quits and then came back. You know, you just don't hear about them like we used to. Of course, Brett Favre did it 8 times or whatever he did. But, you know, and I was shocked. I'm going to be honest with you, because I knew, and, you know, you've been hearing stories about how his wife was putting so much pressure on him. And I thought she just won out. And, I mean, I'm afraid now that, you know, if he comes back this year and has a decent year, win, lose, or draw, he might say, hey, let me go ahead and push for another year. I mean, who knows when he's going to stop at this point? And that's my real fear is that I was hoping he would end his career in a way that you would remember him as being a very good quarterback. It seems like now he's going to choose to end his career stinking it up, like Ben Roethlisberger and like what's her name down in New Orleans, Drew Brees, and some of these guys where they couldn't even throw the ball damn 20 yards. Peyton Manning stunk it up in Denver before he called it quits. I mean, I hate that. I hate that. I hate to see that. You know, Emmitt Smith stunk it up in Arizona or whatever he went to after he left the Cowboys before he quit. You know, Eric Dickerson brought his ass down here to Atlanta and stunk it up before he quit. I mean, you know, I hate to see guys do that. I you know, as much as I hate to see Barry Sanders go, and I thought it was way too soon, you never remember Barry Sanders having a bad game. I mean, Barry Sanders was always Barry Sanders. You know, you never remember Calvin Johnson having a bad game. Calvin Johnson, Megatron. You know, I mean, because they just retired, they didn't come back. That was it. So it's I'll be honest with you, I was shocked to see it happen. And I think much as I hate to admit it, might have been Travis said he thought he was gonna come back. But cause you know Travis ain't ever right about nothing. But like I said, I think Travis did pick that one right. So but anyway, Brady's back. And it's funny how a lot of these jokers that were talking about leaving or that had left the Buccaneers, all of a sudden they want to come back now.
Oh, yeah.
Some of them fought to get back. Some of them made it back. Some of them got back.
Let me sign one more 1-year deal.
I know. So everybody wanted to get back. Everybody wanted to get back. So some of them made it back.
Who came back? Because I mean, the one center, right? But that's it.
Well, no. What about some of those free agents? I think who were thinking about leaving. You know, they're trying to get some of them back, like Gronk, of course. You know, Gronk ain't going nowhere. I mean, Brady will pay for Gronk. You know, he'll be like, man, just cut mine. Whatever y'all gonna pay him, just take that out of mine and let him have it, because he own my house all the time anyway. So he may well. I may well go ahead and feed him. But I just heard that there was some guys trying to get out of contracts that they had just signed and all this. So it's Travis said the Bengals have signed their center. So of course Travis would know that. So, but anyway, all right, let's move right along here. Talking about the Falcon. Let's go ahead and talk about the Falcon. Matty Ice restructured his contract. I mean, they tore it up. I mean, he was like due $48 million, and then they cut it down to $36 million, and then they said something about giving him a partial amount of monopoly money. I mean, they did everything to and then after that, what did they announce? They going after Deshaun Watson. I was like, ooh, you want to talk about dirty? Woo! I mean, listen, I might have to become an Atlanta Falcons fan. They're gonna be dealing like that. I mean, that is some low down dirty, right there. When you talk about the dirty South, that is the dirty South, Miss Carey. How y'all gonna do your boy like that?
Where's my A?
Talk to me, Miss Carey. How y'all gonna do your star?
Look, the it hasn't been signed yet. That deal hasn't been signed yet. So his cap relief is not really there just yet. It has not been signed. So it looks like the conversation is, okay, let's exchange dead cap really between Houston and Atlanta. But I for one, I don't want to see him here any longer than he has to be. But I still think that we were going to lose. I mean, either way, I know Coach is going to be like, that's just like a Falcons fan. Y'all ready to lose. Yeah, but we are going to we're going to lose this year. We just are. And so it makes a bit of sense that we try to get some cap relief and get something in here to keep from having a boo-boo season, as Coach would say, a dookie season. You and push it off. He's gonna play for us through 2023, and then he's gonna be gone.
You're right about what you just said. Y'all gonna lose this year, and I hear what you're trying to say. You're trying to stop the bleeding, but I mean, you can't put a Band-Aid on a gunshot wound. I mean, it's first thing you got to do is shut down Magic City. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
You can't give up the wing.
If you don't shut down Magic City and find somewhere else to get them Lewis Williams wings or whatever it is, I mean,
lemon pepper wings.
Hey, well, listen to me. What happened to them Hawks? Everybody did all that talk about the Hawks. Oh, we got man, are they even gonna make the playoffs? Are they even gonna make the round robin thing to try to get in? I mean,
yeah. We'll likely.
Everybody did all that talk last year. Oh yeah, we have arrived. That little boy, y'all talking about that little boy being the new hit.
He still is.
Well, oh no, he's not. No, he
is. Oh, he's got the most 40-point games this season. I think he does. He is a bona fide star.
Coach, you see what I got to deal with?
Hey,
do you see what I got to deal with?
They winning.
This is what I got to deal with these Atlanta fans. I mean, Julio was doggone better than sliced bread when he was here. Took his ass up there to Tennessee, and now y'all done disowned him. I mean, he ain't gonna have a job this year. He gonna have to retire. Y'all gonna have to sign him to a one-day contract. Let him come on back down here and retire. And then, of course, they'll have him in the game probably midway through the season, put his ass up in the Ring of Fame and all that other stuff. Sad.
Coach, you can't decide whether you want to defend Atlanta or shit on them. Because 1 minute you're shitting on the fans defending the team. The next minute you're shitting on the fans. Shitting on the team and defending the fans. I mean, come on. Which way is it?
I'm really shitting on both of them, to be honest with you. I mean, the main reason I don't like the team is because of the fans. I mean, it's just like UGA. I mean, I can't like UGA just because the fans are just so bad. Oh, you got some badass fans. I mean, it's just it's terrible. I mean, it's the fans in this city that are bad.
We know the real reason.
What's the real reason, Earl? Come on with it.
With the Vandy. Come on now.
That ain't it.
Don't that garbage.
I am from about Austin, Georgia. I have been talking hater forever. I can't get down with it.
I lived in the Triangle and I hate Duke. What's your point?
This is the thing. If you with your team, you with your team. Falcon fans are all over the place. They are all over the place. At first, they're like, yeah, we're going to the Super Bowl. We're going to the Super Bowl. Then after game 3, they already talking about, damn, man. Okay, we just got to next year. I'm like,
Coach,
you won 1-1, and you already giving up on the team.
Right, but we can pull tape up when I say, well, it was a win, and it's my team, and I'm appreciative of a win. You're like, see, that's just like a fan. Y'all just take like anything. Y'all would take anything. If I stand by them, you shit on me. If I walk away from them, like I did Julio, you shit on me. So either way, you shit on me. No, because
you don't walk away from an icon. It's just like I told her a few minutes ago. You can't walk away
from
Michael
my team.
You can't get tired of Michael Jordan. You say you're tired of Tom Brady. That's like being tired of Michael Jordan. You can't do that.
Well, the Bulls are not tired of Michael Jordan. The Pats are not tired of Brady. The Bucks are not, but everybody else. And ask Detroit Pistons if they were tired of Michael Jordan. They were.
Oh, they were tired of him when he was playing. Because he was tearing that ass up.
Exactly.
Let me get a 55 on that.
All right, let's move on because we got a lot to talk about. Let's move on to the next one. Everybody wants some D. We talking about Deshaun Watson, that is. Everybody wants Deshaun Watson all of a sudden. I mean, it's like New Orleans wants him. Cam Newton's ex-team wants him. What's their name? Carolina Panthers. And now the Falcons. And they're saying that I think they might be the ringleader after they done got Matty Ice to give up that money so that they could get rid of him. Now they're going to try to slide Deshaun Watson, Gainesville's own, Atlanta suburb, Gainesville, Georgia. For those of you who do not know, Deshaun Watson is from here, from the ATL to have him back. Dude, I'm telling you right now, they won't. I mean, you won't be able to get people in that doggone that building. That look, I know that's what you want. That's what you want. I don't believe you're gonna get it. I don't believe you're gonna get it. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I believe when I see it. I'm telling you that right now.
He going to the Saints.
I hope he does too. I hope he does. I hope he does go to the Saints. That's where I'd like to see him go. I didn't see him come here. And because he gonna be another victim of the city. He gonna be another victim of the Magic City. I ain't talking about chocolate city. I'm talking about the Magic City. And we don't need that. We don't need to see that.
He be a victim of the thing he grew up in.
I will be interested in seeing how they talk about this when it's all said and done. Because we all know and we all suspect there was a corporate lynching that he had down there in Houston. That he told that man he didn't want to be there anymore. And then that man dreamt up, got all that stuff up on him to keep him from going anywhere. And so I would love to see just a bare interview of him talking about that and what he says happened and how he perceives everything. Well, and I would love to see that. Oprah need to go on ahead and book that and have that conversation. You don't want Oprah doing it?
Because she's going to give it right to Gail. And we're going to have another situation. I'm going to fight for my life.
Right.
Miss Karen, what do you want to see Deshaun? You want to see Deshaun in the A for real?
Be honest.
You know what? Yeah. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to say yes.
You know why? You know why you're going to say yes? Because you selfish as hell. You selfish as hell. That's all that is, right? That's just wrong right there.
I want to win.
That's a Falcon fan right there. See that?
I want to win. That's bad. That's bad. You've been saying get rid of Matty Ice for 4 years now.
No, longer than that. It's been longer than that.
Well, there you go. Now we can do it.
Doing this show? How long we been doing the show? I think we've been doing the show like 6 years. The first show we ever had, I said that. They need to go ahead and get rid of him. I said that a long time ago. Long time ago. They talking about Cleveland. Travis said Cleveland interested in Deshaun.
Yeah.
He was on the list.
Well, he don't. We're going to talk about Cleveland in a few minutes.
And let's just say Deshaun Watson reached out to the Falcons. The Falcons didn't reach out to Deshaun Watson. So I think this is one of his preferred spots. I don't know how they could make it happen. It sounds to me like it needs to be an NBA 3-way, 5-way trade at this point in order to make it happen. But I would take him in a Falcons uniform. And I hope that all 22 of the civil suits going forward, I hope they end in $0. So that just like the criminal.
I didn't know that Cleveland was in the running. Mm-hmm. I mean, what in the hell are they doing in Cleveland?
They trying to back away from that Baker experiment.
I know, but my whole point is they should have done that long time ago. I mean, I said that 2 years ago. They need to go ahead and get away from that.
I said that the day they drafted him.
And I wasn't too crazy about him when they drafted him, but then he had one decent year, and then everybody was freaking out about him. I said, okay, you know how I am. I'm not going – you're going to have to do more than 1 year to convince me because everybody has one good year and then everybody all of a sudden want to make him the coach. I'm like, are you kidding me? Dude, that's crazy.
Not only that, Mike Evans showed out. You got a guy that's been a nonstop Pro Bowler every year in the league that's making him look good.
Dude, anyway, my whole thing is that for them to say they're interested in him I mean, what'd you do? You traded to get what's the name? Cooper, Amari Cooper, and you just gave away Jarvis Landry. I mean, you didn't trade him. You got nothing for a 5-time Pro Bowler. I mean, how do you just let him walk out the door, just cut him? I mean, how do you do that? And do you think that Amari Cooper is better than Jarvis Landry? Man, please, I guarantee you Jarvis Landry better than Amari Cooper. So I'm just sitting up there like, what the hell are they doing? And I mean, last year when we were talking about what they were going to do this year, it was like, Cleveland is going to be a team to reckon with because they got that damn running back. What's his name? What's running back, Herb?
He's got two. Who's the other one?
Chubb.
Yeah,
That's what I'm talking about. They got Chubb was the main one, and then they talking about you had Odell was still there at the time, and Jarvis Landry. He was like the third superstar they were touting that were going to be tools for Baker Mayfield. And now you just let his ass walk out the door. Don't get a damn thing for him. I mean, one of the main weapons on your team, you let him leave. Just cut him. I mean, don't ask for a damn thing. Don't try to trade him. 5-time Pro Bowler. And you just going to let him just walk out the door. And what walks in the door is something that ain't even close to as good as he is. I don't, what are they doing? I mean, if I'm the owner of the team, I'm like, hey, we need to have a meeting right now. I need to know what we're doing. Because that makes no sense to me whatsoever. And I'm wondering why somebody else ain't asking them kind of questions. That's insane. That is insane.
Now, I'm one of those guys that actually like Amari Cooper. Amari Cooper has been getting a seriously bad rap.
I like Amari Cooper, but I mean, I'm just saying, Amari Cooper to me is he's not a game breaker. I think Amari Cooper is he's gonna be that guy. He to me is like a possession receiver, and I see him making some possession receiver type catches. I don't see him as a barn burner. I don't see him as a number one.
That's one of the things I'm gonna have to disagree with you there.
You say you think he's the number one?
I think Dallas losing Amari Cooper was by far one of the dumbest things they could have done. Like, I think Dallas got worse getting rid of Amari Cooper than any other position they're getting ready to get rid of on the offensive side of the ball right now.
Well, see, I think they think the CD Lamb can be their number one.
But he doesn't give you what Amari does. Like, okay, CD Lamb is your game breaker.
Yeah.
But when you need that first down, who you throwing the ball to?
I'm with you. But see, to me, that's a possession receiver. When, like you said, when you need that first down, he's your guy. And I'm with you on that. But I think they think the tight end can be that guy.
Yes, Dallas just paid Gallup, but Gallup is out for half the year. He just tore his ACL a few weeks ago.
I didn't like the whole Gallup thing. I didn't agree with that at all.
And they paid him some stupid amount of money.
They did. I saw that. I saw that. That was terrible. I saw that.
So I don't know. I think, and then going to Cleveland, it's not going to help Amari Cooper out at all.
Oh, I agree.
I agree. It's just going to make that situation a lot worse for him.
I agree with you there. So anyway, speaking of dumbass moves, the Vikings extended Kirk Cousins to a $35 million contract. I mean, guys, seriously. I mean, how does he get a $35 million extension? Kirk Cousins. I mean, definitely on the bottom half of quarterbacks in the league. And do you think that you can win a Super Bowl by having a quarterback that is on the bottom half of the quarterbacks in the league? A quarterback. How do you win a Super Bowl with a quarterback you know is rated number 17 or better, or 17 or worse in the league? How's that happen? Talk to me, Miss Carey. Tell me what they think.
I mean, nobody's been smarter than Kirk Cousins as far as getting his bag is concerned. Since 2016, I think he's up $230 million in 8 years. That's counting the next 2 years. So, I mean, I think much like, I mean, you can hide a quarterback. He doesn't have to be your mainstayer, right? So, apparently they believed he could do it, and gave him the money for it. They didn't think they were too far off this year.
Talk to me. How I don't know if it's cousins or if it's his agent. Somebody doing something crazy. I don't know how that man making that money.
First of all, let me say this to his agent. I'm up for a pay raise coming very soon. I need you on my side, my guy. I need you on my side.
That's right. Amen to that.
Secondly, I'm going to say the same thing I had with Amari Cooper. I'm one of those guys that actually like Kirk Cousins, man. I didn't feel like he got just due for what he could do. And I mean, even though he's not the best in all this and that and this, I mean, he got Stephon Diggs paid. He got Adam Thielen paid. He's about to get Justin Jefferson paid. He got his tight end last couple of years that left, Rudolph, he got paid. So, I mean, can he be that bad of a quarterback if everybody around him is getting paid too along with him?
Yeah, he can be. Jason just sent me a text and said, you like Kirk Cousins because you used to date his sister. That's what Jason just sent me a text and said that's the reason why you.
I have no problems with that. You be embarrassed on payday? How you gonna be embarrassed? Listen, rule number one, and Coach, help me out if you disagree. Rule number one in sports: get paid for what people think you deserve. And if he's getting paid that money, apparently somebody in that office thought he deserves it.
That's what I'm saying. He got a hell of a spin team. I mean, I don't know who his agent is, because you're right. And I'm gonna give it. Listen to me. I mean, you can't fault him if people want to pay him like that. That ain't his fault. Listen, so I mean, I understand that. I'm with you on that. I'm not mad at him for getting his bag like that, because
how could you?
How could you? So I agree.
You never get paid what you're worth, but you get paid what somebody feels you worth. And apparently,
Carey, what you think? What you think, Miss Carey? You know about that big money, because like CP3 be getting that kind of money. You talk to us about it.
This is his 8th fully guaranteed deal. Fully guaranteed. He's a 500 starter. He's been to 3 playoff games.
Thank you, Miss Carey.
I mean, I feel like they sell. I mean, I have said this since day one. Like, the runway for the white young quarterback is like frat D. Like, it goes around to everybody. Because look at Trubisky, look at Wentz. They just keep passing him around like herpes, dog.
My God. Miss Carey, you reading my mind right now. You are reading my mind right now, because that's what we're going to talk about next. Next, we're going to talk about Trubisky. And I'm with you. But how is Trubisky going to the Steelers? I mean, I cannot believe that the Steelers are believing in Mitchell Trubisky to come in there. I'm sitting up there like, what is Mike Tomlin doing?
They're going to hide him.
Like, that had to be out of his hands. That had to be where the GM say, you know what? I'm going to have to trump you on this one, dog, because we're going to take him. Because I believe in him. That's who I want.
We're going to be here and win some football games. Try to do it
but like you just said, I mean, Carson Wentz going somewhere too. I mean, Carson Wentz headed for team number 4. Whatever it is. I'm just sitting up here like, you have got to be kidding me. Let's stay on Tomlin. What did Mike Tomlin see, or what does he see in Trubisky to get Trubisky in there?
Availability.
Yeah. Well, and
Travis said Trubisky has to be a transition QB, and they draft a quarterback in the first or second round of the draft.
Yeah, I think the good thing for Pittsburgh is the top of the draft is so offensive line, pass rush heavy.
Yeah,
that a lot of these quarterbacks are going to drop to 20s.
Fall down. Yeah, they will. They will. But I'm going to say this. You know, Pittsburgh is one of those NFL towns. It ain't like Atlanta. I mean, they you know, Mike Tomlin been to the playoff every year he's been coaching. And I mean, you got to get to the playoffs. They trying to go deep in the playoffs. I mean, that's just what they believe their team should always be. So you can't have no average quarterback. Whoever Travis said that he's a transition quarterback and all that. The hell with that. They ain't trying to have no damn transition quarterback. They trying to damn be at least going to the damn AFC Championship game. I mean, if you can't get to that, I mean, that damn town wants to run your ass out of there. So, I mean, I'm just telling you, that's why as much as they love Roethlisberger, they knew it was time for him to go. I mean, he
6 years ago.
Anymore. Can't do it.
But in his first year, they hid him, right? And it was their defense that got them to the Super Bowl. I mean, he wasn't performing like to the level that he got to. He was new, and their defense got him there. And I think that's what they're expecting from. They're not expecting Trubisky to win games. They're just saying, don't lose us any games. And we're gonna do a lot of slot passes, a lot of slant or dink and dunks, right?
Yep. Okay.
And move the ball down the field and score, and then our defense will keep the other team from scoring. It's a win.
Better have a good running game. Irv, what do you think?
I think they should have took a hard look at Jameis Winston, honestly. And I don't understand why nobody is really taking a hard look at Jameis Winston right now, or anybody. They're not even remotely talking about Jameis Winston right now. But listen, Mitchell Trubisky has been getting this buzz ever since he went to Buffalo. And I'm just thinking in the back of my mind, like, all right, the way y'all treated him when he was in Chicago is the same way y'all treating Carson Wentz right now. And y'all are just like transitioning to the next person and making the next person look better than they actually are. When you got a guy who actually put some stuff on film that's actually looked pretty good. And without his torn ACL, he'd probably be one of the highest paid free agent quarterbacks right now.
Well, I think what it is people see talent in these guys, and they feel like I can manifest that talent. That the way that I coach and the talent that he has, I can get him to do what we need for him to do to be successful. And I think that's what happens. And I think that they what's I'm looking for here? They over-evaluate their talent as a coach, and they don't realize that guy has the talent, but he doesn't have that talent on Sundays. And there's a lot of guys in the NFL like that who just can't do it on Sunday. I mean, whether you're nervous, whether you're scared, whatever the case may be, because when you got number 99 for the Super Bowl champs, Aaron Donald gonna be breathing down your neck all day. It's hard to be comfortable back there. You get hit a couple times. It's hard to be comfortable back there when you got 300-pound men landing on you and everything else. I mean, it's very uncomfortable. So I think that's the problem is they see the talent and they know these guys have that kind of talent, but I don't think they look at it as a whole sometimes, and they think that they can do something that nobody else has, which I think is a big mistake.
And that's why we hate the combine.
Yeah, amen to that. But speaking of idiot moves, the Commanders traded for Carson Wentz. I'm just Irv. Hey, Travis, black us out and just let Irv have the floor. We just want you to talk about why in the hell the damn Commanders drafted.
I'm gonna show off my team that I coached. All right, so first of all, let me say this. To everybody that hated on anything that Washington has been doing so far, go kick rocks. All right, check this out. Carson Wentz has gotten a bad rap ever since that one bad year.
Oh my God.
I don't understand what the bad rap was in the Colts last year. It was 17 games and you want to blame the entire season on one or two? Like, let's come on, please. Let's not do this. All right. Secondly, finally, I can get a quarterback that can throw the ball past 50 yards to a team that has some burners that can't do no go routes. Like, this is insane. Listen, I had a team full of wide receivers with a bunch of out routes and a quarterback that can't even throw an out route. I don't even remember the last good Washington quarterback that we had. Carson Wentz might not be the next good Washington quarterback that we had, but at least they're getting a chance to show us that they care to look at a quarterback right now. Listen, anybody that says anything negative about what we have done at quarterback, kick rocks, okay? What quarterback do you have? Worry about yourself.
Wow. Well, I'm going to say this to that. And I mean, you know, when Taylor Heineke, I guess, is your quarterback, I mean, you know, there's not to me, you just starting a collection.
Listen,
I mean, you starting a collection of guys that want to be and you know, I mean, but just not gonna be franchise quarterbacks. I mean, Heineke's that guy. I mean, Carson Wentz is a taller version of Heineke. I mean, what is it? What
is he though?
Is he? What is he? Because I think Heineke might even move a little bit better than Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz is not the Carson Wentz that played in college like he used to be. Carson Wentz used to be a good runner of the football and a good he's terrible now back there. And I don't know if it's because he's unsure and he doesn't know what he's doing and he's scared or whatever, but he is not the guy that we saw winning championships at North Dakota State. That's not him anymore. He's not that guy.
But look at the list of quarterbacks. Let me name 7 of these quarterbacks that we've had the last 4 years.
Come on.
Kyle Allen, Taylor Heineke, Dwayne Haskins, Mark Sanchez, Josh Johnson.
They ain't named the quarterback yet. You ain't named the real quarterback yet.
Like, I mean, I understand we got Carson Wentz, but when you compare it to those guys,
okay, that's like being the top of the doo-doo pile. I mean, you still doo-doo.
Please.
As close as y'all are to the Chesapeake Bay, to all the blue crabs, and y'all couldn't get Jameis Winston. You just said you can't believe that people are not taking a look at Jameis Winston, and they're, I mean, that's why we're mad. I mean, that's why we're saying it was a shit move, because why not Jameis Winston?
I got laughed at for bringing up Jameis Winston. I got laughed at for Carson Wentz, and I also got laughed at for Malik Willis coming out of the draft. 3 guys who I think are going to be solid quarterbacks because of the players that's going to surround them. I can't name a receiver on the level of Terry McLaurin on the Colts right now. I can't name a tight end who had a solid season like Logan Thomas did on the Colts right now. Now you're giving them 2 guys that are immediate impacts for guys in his nature and the style of play that he has. Who knows what he's going to do? Like, he didn't have that. We can't name one receiver that he had in Philly. Don't worry, I'll wait.
Matt says those quarterbacks sound like the land of misfit toys. I'm with you on that, Matt.
They sound like names from the Goonies.
We can't hear you, Travis. We can't hear you.
Mute yourself, Travis.
Real quick before we move on to NCAA, one, that was a really good joke, Miss Carey. I like that crab joke. I caught that. 2, Irv, are you worried about Carson Wentz and the fact that he's injury prone and he never gets through a season? I know last year he did, but I think that, he tends to get injured a lot. And I don't know if your guys' offensive line is as good as what the Colts had. So,
well, the Colts offensive line is a good running offensive line. I mean, think about it. Somebody's getting hurt at quarterback with a good offensive line. Does that mean they have good pass protection?
Are they good offensive line, or do they just have a good running back?
And then I'll say this: yes, he was injury prone, but he's only missed 4 games in the last 6 years. I don't think that's injury prone to me.
I think he's scared. He looked like he's scared back there to me all the time.
Listen, it's a brand new year. We'll see what's going to happen. I'm excited, but I'm not stupid.
I like it. I like that you're excited.
27.
I like that you're excited.
I don't remember having a quarterback that's never had less than 10 interceptions in the season, and I'm getting a guy that's done it all except 1 year.
I'm just gonna wait till about week 8, and I'm gonna remind you about how excited you were.
Bring it on.
Don't forget to remind him that he said that the Commanders were going to make it to the Super Bowl last year. So clearly, there's a little bit.
The Cardinals,
He did.
You said the Ravens too.
I said the
You
Cardinals.
said the Ravens too.
I said the Cardinals in Baltimore. The Washington was a joke.
It wasn't no Cardinal.
It wasn't
no Cardinal. No, it wasn't.
Pull up the tape. Pull up the tape.
You said it was going to be a Chocolate City showdown.
You did.
Literally 5 seconds after that, I said the Cardinals. Pull up the tape.
Well, it wasn't the Cardinals either.
It wasn't either.
And it damn sure wasn't the Ravens.
I didn't think the Rams was going to go pick up everybody on the scrap heap.
I hear you. Let's see. Saints, Panthers, and Browns all have trade packages approved by Deshaun Watson, or for Deshaun Watson, I should say. Matt just said it was just reported a few minutes ago. The Saints, the Panthers, and the Browns have them already. So if he was to pick from those three, he'd be a fool not to go to the Saints, in my opinion.
Yes, indeed.
In my opinion, I think he'd be a fool not to pick the Saints over the rest of that garbage heap right there. So that's my opinion. Anyway, let's switch over. We're gonna switch over now. Oh, we'll talk about Randy Gregory before we go. Just breaking news was right before the show hit. Randy Gregory decided to jump ship and leave Dallas to go to the Denver Broncos. I'm a Dallas hater. I hate them about as much as I hate Atlanta. So I'm anything that I feel like is a blow to Jerry Jones. I love. But what do you think about that news, Miss Carey? He's a big part of the defense.
Yeah, I mean, I think that Dallas is having a hard time paying folks. They gave the bag to Dak, and now they can't keep folks. And so, I mean, it's part for the course. At this point, losing both Amari Cooper and Gregory, like, who are they gonna be next year?
Yeah, that's a significant impact. They're putting a lot on Micah Parsons, and I think that that's only going to be until he gets past his rookie contract, and then they're going to have a hard time signing him. They're going to have to figure something out. So it's going to be interesting. I think what you're probably going to see, and I can tell you right now, if it was me, I would do it. Is Ezekiel Elliott's probably short for being in Dallas. I wouldn't be surprised if something didn't happen to him, because he's not the Zeke that he used to be, and I think they need to go ahead and realize that. And I'm kind of calling for his outage like I was years ago with Julio and Matt Ryan both. I think that you've seen his best days, and it's not going to get any better. He's never going to run the way that he used to run, and I think it's time for a change. I think it's time to go find another running back, in the NFL, running backs like him. And he used to be good coming out of the backfield catching the ball. And they used to put him out there and throw the ball to him and whatnot, but it seems like those days are gone. I just don't see his desire like I used to see it, him to play where he could go out there and take over a game. And the last part of the game, they could just run the ball. Exactly. When you saw him doing that right there, you knew he was in it. It's been a long time since you've seen that. Been a long time since you've seen that. Hungry. He's not hungry. And that's what happens when you get these jokes all that money. And then, you done gave him a $56 million contract and 50 of it's guaranteed. Shit.
The one major blow that a lot of running backs have.
Made a mistake now.
the one major blow that a lot of running backs have that he had was a knee injury that wasn't torn. Yeah. So he was dealing with an injury that was sore the entire season.
Exactly.
And it showed. And those are those injuries that as long as you continue to bang it, it's not going to get any better. It's not going to make your play any better. But, like a lot of these guys, you hate to say it, you want something to be torn so that it can be adjusted. And most of these guys come back bionic with these torn.
Exactly. Yeah, they got stuff now that all this stem cell stuff and all that. I mean, I had a doctor tell me the other day, I don't have any cartilage in my knee, any meniscus in my knee. And he said, man, I can put some stem cells in there. You be good as new.
It's crazy.
Wow.
He said, you think you 20 again.
That's crazy.
Isn't that crazy?
It's insane. But yeah, like he had an extreme bruise, and I think he missed the game for it, and then tried to play on it, and it showed.
Yeah.
That big huge brace that's on his right knee.
Yeah.
And it's not making him look good. That's one of them situations. Rest is better than field play.
Yeah,
but he knew
So,
Tony
Irv,
Pollard
you agree
was
with
going to take
Coach?
his back.
You agree with Coach? His best days are behind him.
Oh, it's long gone.
yeah.
Running backs are tough.
Yeah, the shelf life ain't but about 3 or 4 years. I said that a long time ago. When you got grown ass men out there throwing their bodies at your knees and stuff because they can't hit you high because they know you'll make them look stupid and run over them if you. They throw their 300-pound bodies at your knees and at your thighs and all that. And you see Saquon Barkley. You'll never see Saquon Barkley run like he did when he first came out. Them days are over. And like I said, he's 2 years from being out the league. I'm just telling you.
Life.
I'm just telling you. I mean, I said that when he first came out. You see all these running backs in college just running over people and bouncing off tackles and running down the field, trucking people and all that. Dude, like Richard Hood just said, NFL stands for not for long. That ain't gonna happen for too long in this league when you got guys like that joker from Georgia the other day, 6'8", 370-something pounds, ran a damn 4.7 40.
And he cut some weight to do that.
Dude, that is insane. That is
Davis.
insane when you have a man that big moving like that and let him hit you any kind of way on his back.
Coach, his 10-yard split was like 1.7. I was like, yo, that's
what's crazy. Yeah. That's what's really crazy. Yeah, because that's all he's going to run in the game anyway. And that's how far you going to be from him. From you to him is going to be about that far when he hits your ass. Like, moving at that speed.
2 seconds breathing. That's like 3-step drop and then you running. Like you're not even looking at progressions. That's
I'm trying to tell you. That is crazy.
That is crazy. 1.9, 2.0s in the defensive tackles. This man ran a 1.7.
Yeah.
That's
real quick. I'm going to change gears on y'all. We got 7 minutes. Because we're going to switch to basketball quick because we have to. Because this is one of my favorite times of the year. This March Madness thing, I don't even watch college basketball hardly. But this time of year, I'm trying to watch like every game. And a buddy of mine, he probably sitting up at Johnny's Pizza. They reserve a room for him and his buddies. He wanted me to come over there and join him at least partial because he will sit there this whole weekend. He watches every game starting on a Friday, and he'll go all the way till Sunday, and he will sit in there and watch every single game. Anytime there's a game on, he'll be in Johnny's Pizza in there watching it from here until from Friday to Sunday. And so he's a big fan of it. Vanderbilt right now playing in the NIT. They win at 82-71. So I guess they figured out how to beat Belmont. Oh, the game's over. Final. They shaking hands right now. So
we're not talking about the losers bracket though. Right
yeah,
now.
we ain't talking about NIT. We ain't talking about the NIT. We talking about the big dance. Who do you have in the big dance? I'm gonna start with you, Miss Carey. Ladies first. We're gonna let you go first. Listen, we ain't changing. We're right now picking who the winner of the 68 teams. You picking the winner right now. Who's it gonna be?
Kansas.
Ooh, okay. I'm gonna reserve my comment. But that's a pretty good pick. Hey, you surprised me. That's a pretty good pick. Irv.
I've been going back and forth with this one.
Come on. You the basketball guy.
I think
Say yes to the dress.
I think Auburn is going to do it.
That's awful. That's a terrible pick.
The route that they have,
their ass is going to be out in the first damn round.
The route that they have is entirely too easy. And I looked at the other number ones. Every single number one has a chance to lose in round of 32.
Mm-hmm.
And I looked at Auburn and I was like, how did they get this easy route? I'm going Auburn.
Okay.
Are they a 1 seed?
They're a 2 seed.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And I'm looking at everybody picking Gonzaga. I'm telling you guys right now, Gonzaga's gonna be out Sweet 16.
I ain't picking Gonzaga.
I got Gonzaga losing to Memphis.
You ain't heard my pick. You let Travis pick Purdue. Go ahead, Travis. Who you got? Purdue. Go ahead, Travis.
I don't have Purdue. I haven't gone to the. I haven't gone to the championship game. But I know. Don't give me that, Irv.
Imagine that.
First, Irv. Never since 1985 has a national championship team lost in their conference tournament before the semifinal round or before.
So by law of averages, Travis, it's about time that somebody does. So that don't make no sense. Nobody care.
Okay, well, Auburn lost in the quarterfinals. So that takes them out for me. I'm going Arizona.
They're well rested.
You know what? I'm going to say this for Travis. Because I saw Arizona play UCLA the other night in the championship game.
I did too.
That's one of the best damn basketball games I've ever seen played. And I mean, I don't watch a lot of college basketball. I could not stop watching that shit. I was like, these jokers get played. I mean, it was a great basketball game. And so I said, you know what? One of these two teams right here might just win it all. So, but I know I got to change my mind when Travis said he picking one of them. So I'm going to go with my original thought. I'm going with the Dukies. I'm a Dookie, baby.
Hey,
go
close out the show. Close out the show.
They got a matchup nightmare with Texas Tech. If they
I don't give a damn. I'm going with the Dukies. I think we're going to pull it out, baby, for Coach K. That one shining moment, Miss Carey. That one shining
moment. You
going
to pull out a Dookie? You go ahead and try that.
You're a Dookie. He's a Dookie. He's a Dookie. Wouldn't you like to be a Dookie too?
Hey,
that's right, baby.
You need to check and see what the kids are.
Y'all hate on me if you want to. I don't care. I mean, bottom line is it's going to be somebody. Y'all got to pick somebody, and damn it, I'm picking somebody too.
You get to pick someone too, Coach.
And if I wasn't picking the Dookie, I'd pick damn Kentucky because I'm an SEC man to my heart. And I pick Calipari to get it done. But I ain't going to do that. I'm going to go ahead and stay with the Dookies. I'm going to ride with Coach K. And, hey, when it ends, it ends. But like I said, I think they might have a little magic. But I'm telling you right now, again, the best basketball game, college basketball game I've seen in a long time was damn Arizona and UCLA. UCLA got a squad now.
Yeah.
I'm telling you that right now. UCLA got a damn squad. And I was very impressed with them. But like, who won that game? Did Arizona win the game?
Arizona
did win.
Won by
I didn't even know won. I didn't see the very end of it. But like I said, that was a great basketball game. So anyway, all right, folks, it is 8:59. We're about to get out of here. Before we go, we're going to let everybody say I have one last take. Miss Carey, give me your last take. Come on with it.
We didn't get to talk about the disparity in pay.
Come on.
Disparity between NCAA men's and women's.
I'm going to talk about it. I said talk about it. I'm going to talk about it.
Oh, just so you said they got slapped down because they haven't made any progress in it. And the disparity between, but neither has the the NBA or the WNBA. Same
thing. Come on now. Come on, Miss Carey.
It's the same reason why. It's the same reason why Brittany Griner's still in Russia.
Oh no, you didn't. No, you didn't.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Let it have been KD. We'd have been flying over. They'd have flew over by themselves and picked them up.
So they would have sent a 10-man commando unit to go get KD. Say the SEALs would have had KD back by now. Irv, give me your take, baby.
Listen, I got my own reason about that Brittany Griner. First of all, it's 30 women's players in the WNBA that's in Russia. Why do they pick out one person that decides to bring drugs on a plane?
Oh my God.
And that's the WNBA and the NBA's fault. That baffles me to the core.
Yeah.
But my take is, listen, we need to bring some more appreciation to the WNBA, the women's college basketball tournament. Go NC State. Just the women's sports as a whole. Like with the WNBA, expansion is got to be the next step, but it has to be done correctly. It has to be in the cities that people want to go to the games. It has to be promoted perfectly for these people to want to see these type of players. Like all through the year, I've been promoting specific women players in college and WNBA for people to look out for. And everybody's looking at me like I'm crazy. Like, we need to talk about these guys when the NBA product right now is I can't even watch it. Women, it's great. We're here to support you. I'm an advocate. I'm coaching girls basketball. I'm on the front line trying to help. So listen, be strong. We with you. We love you. The come up is coming.
Travis.
Yeah, I'm actually before Miss Carey and Irv started talking about what they were talking about, I was going to talk about the women's NCAA tournament as well. It's just as good as the men's, so watch it. It's really good. You may not know a lot of the players because it's women's basketball and they're not on as much, but they're just as good. There are some stars in NCAA in the women's game right now in the NCAA. So I know I will be watching. Take a few minutes to watch some of these games in the NCAA, and I'm taking South Carolina to win the NCAA women's team.
NC State.
I'm going with Travis. I'm going with South Carolina. I like Dawn Staley. I'm a Dawn Staley fan. But here's my thing, guys. I mean, it's amazing to me. Just like we're still talking about race issues and we're talking about gender issues. I mean, it's obscene. I mean, it really is. It's just laughable that we're still talking about this kind of stuff, and for lawmakers to chastise the NCAA. I think that's laughable because, I mean, at the end of the day, you're the guys who are making the laws. You can do something about it if you want to, so just do something about it. I mean, why are you sit up there like you're begging them to do something about it? I mean, start hitting them in the pocketbook, start fining them or doing something or whatever, or giving them more taxes or taxing them more, whatever you have to do to make it happen. Because at the end of the day, they're not above anybody else. They're not above any other industry or whatever. And so you can make it happen if you wanted to. I like women's basketball. I'm not a WNBA fan. I'm a just like I'm not an NBA fan. But I like watching women's college basketball. I just do it. I have an appreciation for it because it seems like it's more of a team game. Like Irv said, I hate watching the NBA because one joker get the ball and dribble the air out of it, or he'll get the ball and damn rise up and shoot it from half court. I mean, it's just ridiculous. It's just like you can see the look on some of these guys' faces. And I used to play the game. I used to play basketball. I was a good basketball player. And I knew sometime when the joke got the ball, I didn't even need to run down the court because he was definitely going to shoot that damn ball. Am I right, Irv? And it's the same thing in the NBA. Sometimes I'll see somebody get that rebound and he won't kick it out to the point guard. He starts dribbling. I said, this joke going to shoot that ball. I promise you. He's going to shoot that. And it is because it's like there's no team at all. It's just get the ball and get your points, and you could tell that guys are out there trying to make sure they get their points in. And it's not even fun to watch. It's just not. So anyway, and especially defense, I love to see the girls. Seem like they play harder, more passionate defense. They hustle more. And as far as them making more money, guys, I mean, I am in the gym with these ladies and with these men. Ladies always work harder than the men do. They always do. I mean, the ladies are working so hard to perfect their games, and I mean, the guys will come in there and shoot around for a little while and act like they're half-ass lazy and half-ass workout. Girls are in there busting their tails to perfect their game. I'm just keeping it real. And so, I mean, when you want to talk about who deserves more money, I mean, especially if you're going on that, I'm telling you right now, it ain't even close.
Listen, I got a group chat just for the girls that ask me questions all the time about what I need to do to get better. Every guy that I train has yet to do something like this. Like it's disagreed.
I know. But that's what I'm talking about. So anyway, that being said, guys, we'll have to bring this back up and talk about it one day and have a little bit more input from everybody out there. Anyway, guys, Richard Hood said 2 best marketing companies in the USA are the NFL and NASCAR. And he's probably right. I don't think the WNBA gets enough of that. I don't think there's enough hoopla about the WNBA. Miss Hood, thank you for being here. Tom, all of y'all are saying good night. We appreciate all y'all for being here. Matt, as always, appreciate you for being here. Mr. Butler, I know appreciate y'all for being here. Folks, we got to get out of here. Thank you, Miss Carey, all the way from downtown Atlanta, the Chocolate City, with Carson Wentz coming to you. Urban Page. Travis on the 1s and 2s. Travis, we appreciate you tonight. We'll see y'all next week. Good night, Miss Francis.
Straight from the hip.